The Irish province of the Institute of Christ the King Sovereign Priest presents Lenten Thoughts. Live not by bread alone, but by every word from daily Mass this Lent. Why not help us to restore the Church of the Immaculate Heart of Mary in Belfast? To donate, go to this GoFundMe link. Thank you for your generosity.
Wednesday of the second week of Lent. Betrayal. Imagine Jesus on his way to Jerusalem, surrounded by people with all sorts of motive. See him take his apostles aside and listen as he conveyed to them of what was soon to befall him. The Son of God often identifies himself as Son of Man to remind us that he is indeed true God and true man. Out of pure love for us, he chose to become man and to be born of the Virgin Mary, so that having a body, he might be able to suffer for us. Who could have fathomed such a solution to man's sin? The Incarnation was conceived in the mind of God from all eternity. Oh, what love God has had for us from the very beginning! And it is this same love which burns in the most sacred heart of Jesus. Jesus speaks of the upcoming betrayal. He will soon be transferred into the hands of his enemies by means of treachery. Is there any crime worse than betrayal? Man naturally abhors treachery. There is no greater insult than to be called a traitor. Sadly, the betrayal of our Lord will come from a friend, from one of his chosen apostles, from one whom he had loaded with favors and taken into his most intimate confidence. Oh, what sorrow must have oppressed his sacred heart! Consider how Jesus calmly described the details of his coming sufferings to his apostles. He will be betrayed to the high priests, his very own ministers, and his own chosen people who should have been on his side. They will condemn the Lord of life to death, deliver him to the pagans to be mocked and scourged and crucified. The fact of his being God intensifies it all to him, for he sees everything most exactly and most perfectly. Moreover, his divine will chose that he should suffer. Who could ever comprehend this choice? Who could truly understand the cross? It will always remain a stumbling block to the Jews and foolishness to the Gentiles. O Jesus, I resolve to love you more and more. Help me to carry my cross daily, even though I do not like to suffer. It is you, O Lord, who has given meaning to the cross and to suffering. Jesus, aid me by thy grace.
Interested in almsgiving this Lent? Why not help to restore our church in Belfast, the Church of the Immaculate Heart of Mary? Help us make this former Presbyterian church worthy of the Catholic liturgy. You can donate at this GoFundMe link. May God bless you for your generosity. Like and subscribe for daily Lenten reflections. May the Immaculate Heart of Mary triumph in Ireland.